Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking into something really, remarkable about our own bodies, something most people just aren't aware of. So here's a question for you. Did you know you might actually have a second brain?
It sounds like something out of sci-fi, right? But it's absolutely real.
Exactly. So our mission today is to explore the source we have, the gut, your second brain and well-being nexus, and really unpack how deeply our gut influences things way beyond just digestion. We're talking mood, memory, even your day-to-day energy.
It's a connection that, honestly, once you start to understand it, it can offer some really significant, tangible benefits for, your overall well-being. And this isn't just about what you had for lunch. It's about this incredibly complex system that seriously impacts how you feel and how you think, pretty much constantly.
Okay, so this idea of a second brain, it's pretty provocative. What actually makes this thing in our gut the enteric nervous system, or ENS, right?
Sure.
What makes it qualify as a brain? Does it, think for itself?
That's a great question. And it really gets to the heart of why the ENS is so fascinating. It's this huge network. We're talking over 100 million nerve cells, literally embedded in the walls of your digestive tract, all the way from the esophagus down. Now, what gives it that second brain nickname is its autonomy. It's remarkably independent. The ENS controls digestion, it regulates blood flow right there in the gut, manages absorbing nutrients, and it does most of this on its own, without waiting for explicit orders from the brain in your head.
Okay.
Yeah, it processes information locally, it triggers reflexes, it can even store, simple patterns or memories related to gut function, all without direct input from the central nervous system. So no, it's not writing symphonies or doing calculus, but it independently runs the incredibly complex show of digestion. That's why researchers use the term it's a major control center with a huge impact on both physical and mental health.
That level of independence is, it's pretty astonishing. So if it's running so much on its own, how sophisticated is the conversation between this gut brain and the one upstairs? Is it like a constant chatter or more occasional updates?
Oh, it's absolutely constant and dynamic. It's a nonstop two-way communication stream. That's what scientists call the gut-brain axis.
Gut-brain axis, right?
Yeah, and it's way more than just a loose connection. Think of it as a highly sophisticated network. The main information highway, if you like, is the vagus nerve. That's a direct physical nerve link providing super fast communication.
Okay, so direct wiring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not just nerve signals. Hormones and neurotransmitters are crucial messengers too. Chemicals carrying signals back and forth. Serotonin is a really big one here, which we'll get into. And maybe the most mind-blowing part recently discovered is the role of your gut bacteria, your microbiome.
The actual microbes.
The microbes themselves. These trillions of bacteria living in your gut, they're not just passive bystanders. They actively produce all sorts of chemicals, including neuroactive compounds. For example, certain types, like specific lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains, have been shown to actually influence GABA levels. GABA is that key neurotransmitter that helps calm you down. So there's a direct link from specific bacteria to, say, your anxiety levels or your ability to focus.
Okay, that explains so much, those gut feelings we have. This constant back and forth you're describing, it makes sense of why feeling really anxious can literally tie your stomach in knots. Or, the source material points out, why if you've got ongoing gut problems, it can be genuinely hard to concentrate or just feel emotionally stable. It's not just in your head.
Not at all. It's a real biological conversation happening.
It's your gut directly affecting your mental state. I guess that explains why sometimes a really bad meal can mess up your whole afternoon, not just your stomach.
Precisely. Your gut is literally shaping your mental bandwidth and your emotional landscape in real time. And speaking of those neurotransmitters, there was that really surprising fact about serotonin you mentioned.
Yes, that detail honestly shifted my whole perspective on mood regulation.
It's pretty staggering, isn't it? The kicker is that something like 90% of your body's serotonin, that crucial chemical for mood, sleep, even keeping your gut moving properly. 90% is actually produced in your gut, not primarily in your brain.
Wow.
So think about it. When your gut microbiome, that community of bacteria, is balanced and thriving, your body is much better equipped to produce the serotonin it needs. That often translates to feeling calmer, more energetic, more focused. But flip that. If your gut microbiome is out of balance, maybe due to poor diet, stress, or antibiotics,
right,
you might suddenly find yourself dealing with unexplained anxiety, maybe feeling irritable all the time, chronic fatigue setting in, or even real trouble sleeping. And a lot of that could stem directly from this gut-brain communication being disrupted.
That percentage is it's huge. It really highlights the connection. Okay, so given all this, how can people listening know if maybe their gut needs a bit more support, even if they haven't got a specific diagnosis from a doctor? What are the sort of warning signs?
Yeah, you definitely don't need to wait for a formal diagnosis to pay attention to the signals your body is sending. The source material points out some really common indicators.
Yeah.
First off, there's the obvious digestive stuff. Persistent bloating that's uncomfortable, maybe excessive gas, constipation that won't quit, or the opposite, frequent diarrhea. Those are clear signs something's up.
Okay, the direct gut symptoms.
Exactly. But then there are the mood shifts, unexplained anxiety popping up, or just a generally low mood that hangs around, maybe feeling unusually irritable and you can't figure out why.
Right, those less obvious links.
hmm And finally, look out for other things, like consistently poor sleep, really intense shadow cravings that feel almost compulsive, or just that feeling of low energy that drags on day after day.
Even if these symptoms seem mild, they can be your gut's way of saying, hey, I need some help here. It really makes you ask, doesn't it? What's your gut trying to tell you?
That's incredibly useful because, like you said, these are things many of us just brush off or get used to. So, all right, what does this mean practically, day to day? Are there things we can actually do to support our gut health that are accessible? Stuff that doesn't involve complicated treatments or pills necessarily.
Absolutely, and that's the encouraging part. The source really emphasizes that the most powerful gut support often starts with the basics. Real food and simple lifestyle tweaks. So when we talk about what to eat more of, fiber is key. High fiber foods. And it's not just about getting enough, it's about getting a variety of fiber types.
Why the variety? Because different types of beneficial gut microbes like to feed on different types of fiber. So variety helps build a more diverse and resilient gut ecosystem. Think lots of different fruits, vegetables, beans, oats, whole grains.
Got it. More colors on the plate.
Exactly. And then fermented foods, things like plain yogurt, kefir, the unsweetened kinds, preferably sauerkraut, kimchi. These foods actually contain live beneficial bacteria, probiotics. And don't forget prebiotic foods. These are kinds of fiber that feed your good gut bacteria. Things like garlic, onions, bananas, especially slightly unripe ones, asparagus.
Food for the good guys.
Precisely. Now, on the flip side, what to eat less of? Refined sugar is a big one. Highly processed foods. Artificial sweeteners, some studies suggest they can negatively impact the microbiome. And be mindful about unnecessary antibiotics. Obviously, take them when you truly need them, but understand they can be like a dam going off in your gut, wiping out good bacteria along with the bad.
Right, use them judiciously.
And beyond food, hydration is huge. Drink plenty of plain water, get moving every day. Even just a short walk after meals can really help with digestion and gut motility. And this is critical. Find ways to manage stress. Chronic stress really does a number on your gut. So whether it's deep breathing, mindfulness, yoga, spending time in nature, find what works for you.
Those are great foundational points, really practical. But let's drill down even further. Are there some super simple, like tiny daily habits people could start doing, maybe even tomorrow, that could make a tangible difference over time?
Definitely. The source gives some excellent, very low-effort examples, things you can easily weave into your day. How about starting your morning with just a glass of warm water? Maybe add a squeeze of lemon if you like. It's a gentle way to kind of wake up your digestive system.
Simple enough.
Right. And when you eat, make a conscious effort to chew your food really well, slowly, mindfully. It sounds basic, but it kickstarts digestion properly and helps your brain register fullness cues better.
I definitely need to work on that one.
Most of us do. Another easy win. Try adding just one extra vegetable to each meal. Doesn't have to be complicated. A handful of spinach in your eggs, some sliced cucumber with lunch, extra broccoli at dinner. Over time, that adds up significantly to your fiber and nutrient intake.
An extra veggie. I can do that.
See? And how about a short 10-minute walk after you eat, especially after a bigger meal? It really aids digestion and helps stabilize blood sugar. And finally, when you feel that tension building up during the day, just pause. Take 5 slow, deep breaths right down into your belly. It helps activate the vagus nerve, shifting you out of that fight or flight mode and into the calmer rest and digest state.
5 deep breaths. Okay.
It's all about the principle. Small changes, done consistently, they really do lead to significant long-term results. Your gut notices.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. It really hammers home the message, doesn't it? Your gut is doing so much more than just processing food. It's profoundly involved in how you think, how you feel, how you function, really, every single day. All these connections we've talked about, that gut-brain axis, the vagus nerve, the incredible role of gut bacteria, that serotonin surprise, it just paints such a clear picture of this deep influence.
And when you zoom out, you see the bigger picture. Caring for your gut isn't just about avoiding stomach aches. It's fundamentally about supporting your brain health. It's about boosting your energy levels naturally.
Yeah.
It's about strengthening your immune system. Since so much of it resides in the gut, it's truly a holistic approach to feeling better overall.
It really is. And that final thought from the source material feels like the perfect takeaway, a real call to action. Start small, start now. Your second brain is paying attention. Makes you think, doesn't it?